All right guys, today we're going to be doing a product review of this Renogy empowered battery monitor. I think this is a vital tool for any technician that wants to be able to do electronic testing, and it's not an overpriced Snap-on tool. This little tool right here is great, especially when you're not sure if you have a bad battery or not, and you want to see if you have some kind of parasitic drain on the battery. It's very difficult to get a very high ammeter, and this thing is pretty cheap. It's going for around 80 bucks on Amazon, and I really like the functionality of it. So it comes with a high amp shunt like this, and this is the bolt that it uses. However, for using it with the automotive industry, I've made a little bit of a modification. You can pick up a negative terminal post from AutoZone or O'Reilly's or wherever you like, and then use the appropriately threaded bolt, which in my case I think is a 3/8. We'll put that up there and it'll kind of hold itself in place on the back, and then just tighten down the post. All right, now in order to test your battery's parasitic draw on the battery from the car, what you're going to do is you're going to connect this to the negative side. So this is going to be connected to the battery negative, and this is going to be your car's negative battery. B negative, saying this connects to the car's negative terminal. So to do that, you're also going to need to buy a ground cable from AutoZone or O'Reilly's, which will look like this. So this is something you can buy for like 10 bucks at AutoZone. This is going to connect to the negative post of your battery, and the other side you're going to connect right here to your shunt. Now this is all that you need to connect the shunt in line with your battery. Now this is in line with the negative post. Any current coming from your battery going to your car can be read by this device. It comes with a cable like this that you then plug in to the shunt, and then the other plug goes to the back of your battery monitor here. And then the last thing that you need to wire in is a power supply for this. So this does have to be powered from the battery. It's a very small flathead screw, and it says right here B+, which means the battery plus. So you're gonna unscrew that screw, slide this in, and then tighten it down, and that will hold it. And then you can put this onto the, like, let's say the post of the positive side. That will power this and make sure it turns on. So we're gonna go ahead and do that right now, and then show you what it looks like once it's set up. So once you have everything connected, it's going to show a 0%. In order to get this to show 100% battery, you're going to need to calibrate this to the battery. So you need to remove the one terminal connection from the car, charge the battery to full capacity, and then connect it. And then you'll hold the up button for 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3, and then it'll beep and show you that this is calibrated. So now you can see our amps are 0.01. That's totally acceptable for a parasitic draw. Each car will have a different rating amount that's acceptable, but it'll tell you the number of weeks that it's been down, the amount of time. Again, you can set the alarms that you want custom for it. So if this car's sitting in your garage and it starts to get low, you can have it come on. Now, I want you to see what a draw will look like. When we, let's say, open the door, now you can see we have a large amp draw. It's drawing 3.8 amps. Now that's mostly the computer modules waking up, the lights being on right now. So if we close the door, we should see this go to sleep over time. So like right now, again, we've got modules awake, we've got the dash on, and this is what you're gonna see if, let's say, you then had a vehicle that had a parasitic draw. You would see that number. What you wanna do is connect this to the battery, then walk away, let the car go to sleep, and then come back and observe it, and then watch and see what you've got going on for the parasitic draw. If you think you do have a parasitic draw, if it's like 1.5 amps of draw, even after 20 minutes of having all the doors closed, it may be an issue with your latch on the hood not being closed. You can trip it down with a screwdriver and make it close so that the car thinks it's closed. That may help, especially if you have like a light in the trunk area. If you still have an amperage rating going down or coming from the battery, then at that point you do your diagnostics, which is to go to your fuse boxes and pull fuses one at a time until you see it drop. Usually a parasitic load is going to be something like a wire that's chafed and is grounded out on some type of system, and once you pull the fuse to that system, it will go away. If it still doesn't go away, you know, Again, there's more diagnostic procedure you'll have to go through, but this tool, like I said, is an excellent tool for helping to find those things, or to even just store your collector car long-term and know, hey, I need to go ahead and put it back on a tender, or battery's getting low, I don't think I'm gonna be able to start it, should charge it first. So I really enjoy this tool, and it's 80 bucks, really cheap.